en la conferencia de prensa para Noche Latina. Una cartelera absolutamente llena con talento que tendrá lugar el 16 de noviembre como parte de la temporada Riyadh Season en Arabia Saudita. Gracias a su excelencia Turkey, Al-Sheikh, por permitir a Golden Boy ser parte de un evento tan masivo. Esta será la primera temporada de Riyadh disponible gratuitamente por streaming y The Zone transmitirá la cartelera con otros transmisores locales que serán anunciados en las próximas semanas. Cuando digo que esta cartelera está llena, eso puede ser un eufemismo. Tenemos 2 peleas de unificación de campeonatos mundiales, culminado con una gran pelea de cruceros entre Gilberto Ramirez y Billam-Smith. Tenemos una pelea tremenda en la división de las 140 libras entre el ex campeón mundial de 2 veces José Ramírez y el invicto contendiente número 1 Arnold Barbosa. Tenemos a un campeón mundial peleando por tercera vez en el 2024. Tenemos al peleador más emocionante del deporte con Zepeda. Tenemos contendientes, prospectos y muchos más. Y hoy escucharán de muchos de estos peleadores. Thank you all for being here for the kickoff press conference for Latino Night, an absolutely stacked card that will take place on November 16th as part of Riyadh Season in Saudi Arabia. Thank you to His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh for allowing Golden Boy to be a part of such a massive and incredible event. Latino Night will be the first Riyadh Season event made available for fight fans to enjoy for free worldwide. The Zone will broadcast his blockbuster fight night for free globally with other local broadcasters to be announced shortly. When I say this card is stacked, that may be an understatement. We have 2 championship unification fights culminating with a cruiserweight barn burner between Gilberto Ramirez and Billam-Smith. We have a lot of tremendous fights in the red-hot 140-pound weight division between former 2-time world champion Jose Ramirez and the undefeated #1 contender Arnold Barbosa. We have a world champion fighting for the 3rd time in 2024. We have the most exciting fighter in the sport with Zepeda. We have contenders, prospects, and so much more. And you'll get to hear from many of these fighters today. So at this point, before we get to the fighters, I first want to introduce my partner, former 2-division world champion and boxing Hall of Famer, Bernard Hopkins. Bernard.
First, to be short, this is what we asked for. This is what y'all asked for. Fans and media. Oscar said free. Come on, when the last time I got something free? Boxing, but you're getting this for free. To my left, I got an opportunity to shine across the world, especially the boxing world. On my right, they got a chance to do the same thing. We're gonna become spectators, and we'll be able to watch something special. So enjoy this free fight, this show. If it's home TV or you're here, enjoy it here. I'm gonna repeat what Oscar said over a year ago. And if y'all get tired of hearing it, I definitely won't get tired of saying it. We want to bring and continue to bring and going to bring the best fights for the fans and the best fights, the best on our team, Golden Boy Promotion. Thank you, enjoy the fight and have fun. And don't forget to tell everyone that's gonna watch it at home that it's free. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bernard. At this moment, I am super excited for this first fight. I mentioned the exciting 140-pound weight division earlier, and this bout features 2 guys who are right in the mix. First, we have a fighter who made up for lost time 2 months ago, giving a masterful performance on the Virgil Ortiz card and re-announcing his presence to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, with a record of 21-2, with 8 knockouts, please welcome Kenneth Bossman Sims.
everybody doing today? Just want to thank God for getting me here again. I want to thank Golden Boy for the opportunity. Thank His Excellency. I'm just excited to be right back. It had been a long time, and this is 2 fights back to back, and that's when I'm at my best, is when I'm active. So I just appreciate Golden Boy keeping me active, and I already put on an amazing performance. Oscar Duarte is a tough opponent, so I know I got to bring my best, which I plan to do every time I step into the ring. I train every time I step into the ring like it's the last fight that I'm gonna have. So I plan to put on an amazing performance and give you guys a great show. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kenneth. This next fighter has long been a rising star in the Golden Boy stable. Following his impressive performance against Ryan Garcia, he became the first fighter to ever stop world champion Joseph Diaz earlier this year. From Chihuahua, Mexico, with a record of 27-2 with 22 knockouts, Oscar Duarte. Oscar.
Buenas tardes a todos. Estoy muy contento por esta gran oportunidad que me brinda Golden Boy, que me he ganado. Y pues feliz decirles que estoy preparándome fuerte acá en Riverside con Robert García, con todo mi equipo. Tenemos un buen rival enfrente y estoy tomando la pelea con mucha seriedad. Y este 16 de noviembre, Oscar Duarte va a brillar. Gracias por todo su apoyo y vamos a darle con todo. Vamos arriba.
All right. Gracias, Oscar. Gracias. In January, this world champion offered a challenge. He said he would defend his title 5 times in a year. If he did, I believe I promised some sort of financial incentive. I think it was like $5 million or something. This will be his 3rd defense of 2024, and I'm sure he'll remind us what's on the line if he wins and fights again before the end of the year. I mean, I don't think there's time. I don't think there's time, but Oscar Collazo is truly the shining star of Puerto Rican boxing. He is the man in Puerto Rican boxing. With a record of 10-0 and 7 knockouts, the WBO minimum world champion, Oscar Collazo. Oscar.
Thank you, Oscar. Thank you, Bernard. I gotta thank Miguel Cotto Promotion too to give me this opportunity. Your Excellency in Turkey to give me the opportunity to show the world what Jibarito de Villalba can do. And that's okay. I didn't get the 5 fights, but hey, you gotta give me one of my dreams to be the unified champion, and we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. I dreamed about this day. I talk to God every day to give me this opportunity to shine bright. Everybody don't see us minimum weight, but now I got the chance to show everybody my talents, my courage, how disciplined I am, and show the whole world I'm the face of boxing in Puerto Rico. Para mi gente de Puerto Rico, gracias a compañía Miguel Cotto, Carl de la Hoya, Bernard Hopkins. Agradecido por tanto apoyo que me ha brindado mi pueblo de Puerto Rico, a mi equipo de trabajo, Juan de León, Carlito Ortiz, Quique Negrón, mi hermano, mi familia, mi esposa. El cumple hoy, mi amor. Te mando un beso allá, felicidades. Te sabes que te amo mucho, estamos aquí cumpliendo otro sueño más. Y esto para todos ustedes, toda mi familia, todo el equipo de Puerto Rico. El 16 de noviembre va a haber el próximo Unified Champion para todos. Gracias.
Gracias, Oscar. Thank you very much. You know, very few fighters lose their first fight and eventually become world champion. 2 of them are right here today. One is Bernard Hopkins, the legend. The other is this next fighter. Tevin Farmer has accomplished everything in the sport of boxing, including winning the IBF World Super Featherweight World Championship title and successfully defending it 4 times. And now he faces the ultimate challenge. Please welcome with a record of 33-6 with 8 knockouts, Tevin Farmer.
First, I want to thank God for allowing me to get here and see a fight yesterday. I also want to thank Golden Boy Promotions for putting this fight together and pushing for this fight. And also, I want to thank the Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh for making this fight happen as well. And also the Zone and everybody that came out today. So basically, thank everybody that was a part of this. But yeah, so I'm not an unfamiliar face. Y'all already know my story, so I don't really want to get into the story thing. But November 16th is going to be a hell of a fight. You know, Zepeda, I know he's going to come to fight. This is not new to me. I don't face everybody. I've been in this game for a long time. I feel like I'm a young veteran. And the reason why I say I'm a young veteran because I started boxing late. So I still feel young, but I got a lot of fights in, so that's why I'm a veteran. And November 16th, I got to go out there and beat the boy that everyone is afraid of, and that's Zepeda. Be in the best shape of my life. And for a fact, I know this is a fight because, you know, they say me and Shakur got similar styles. And I'm the guy that they want to see how good he do to see if he will be ready for Shakur. But I can promise you he will not make it to Shakur. He won't make it to Shakur. So November 16th, live on the Zone. Your favorite fighter is back in action. And I feel like this is a do or die for me. Last fight was a do or die for me, but it didn't go my way, unfortunately, but I feel like this time is do or die for real, and we gonna die. We have to. We come to put on the show. So tune in November 16th, live on the Zone. This coming to you live from Golden Boy in Saudi Arabia, baby. See y'all soon.
Thank you very much, Tevin. And now, to introduce the most exciting fighter in the ring today, Zepeda has been in the ring with former world champions and serious contenders, and the result is always the same. He's guaranteed to throw over 1,000 punches a fight. This man is the #1 contender in all 4 sanctioning bodies, meaning he's next in line to all world champions. They can't run and they can't hide from William. It is my pleasure to introduce, with a record of 31-0, 27 knockouts, William El Camarón Zepeda.
¿Qué tal? Muy buenas tardes a todos. Primeramente, gracias por estar aquí. Me siento muy agradecido con Oscar de la Hoya, con la promotora Golden Boy por esta gran oportunidad. Sabemos que estamos en una gran cartelera con grandes peleadores. Para mí es un orgullo estar en esta noche latina donde queremos ganarnos esta pelea porque sabemos que tenemos un gran rival, un rival complicado, un rival experimentado, pero estamos trabajando muy fuerte para ello y poner en alto el nombre de México, de saber que hay grandes peleadores. Muchas gracias a todos y nos esperan en pelea.
First of all, thank you for everyone for being here. I'm very honored to take part in Latin Night. You know, I've got a great opponent in front of me, but one of the things I want to do is I want to give a great show and put the name of Mexico very high. So thank you very much.
Gracias, William. This next fight has a real chance to steal the show on November 16th. Arnold Barbosa has spent years searching for a marquee fight to elevate him to the world championship level. And now he has it. Arnold has impressed everyone at Golden Boy since the moment we signed him, and it is my pleasure to welcome him with a record of 30-0 with 11 knockouts from right here in Los Angeles, Arnold Barbosa Jr.
Man, first off, I want to thank God, for the opportunity, the blessings, the strength. I want to thank Turkey. I want to thank Oscar and Golden Boy. And man, I have so much to say, but I don't know how long I have. This is a fight that I've been wanting since 2019. First, I want to say, I respect Jose Ramirez, the fighter. I respect Jose Ramirez, the person. But this is personal.
Like I said, I've been wanting this fight since 2019. For whatever reason, never happened. I tried every form. I called him out so many times. I even went as far as to sign with the same thieving manager that's him. So that didn't work out. It's crazy. I'm not with him no more. If fight happens. One thing I want to give credit and thanks to Oscar is that he's a man of his word. When I signed the Golden Boy, he said he was going to give me this fight. Like I said, this fight's personal. I'm coming with everything. I'm up in Big Barrel, my father and my team, training hard, harder than ever. And I promise you guys that, I didn't come into this new Golden Boy contract, to have the same thing happen with my last promoter. So I'm gonna give this all, and I'm gonna come out on top November 16th. I'll see you guys there.
All right. Wow. This next fighter really needs no introduction in the state of California. He made a name for himself in the Central Valley with his aggressive style and legions of loyal fans. He is a former unified world champion who will now travel halfway around the world to take his next step towards regaining his belts. With a record of 29-1, 18 knockouts from Avenal, California, Jose Ramirez.
Good afternoon. First and foremost, I want to thank God, my family, and my team, including Golden Boy, Oscar the Lawyer, Arnold Hopkins, the whole Golden Boys family, and Turkey, Al-Sheikh, from Riyadh Season for finding interest to making this Latino night out there in Saudi Arabia. It's not my first rodeo fighting international. As an Olympian, as an amateur, I went all over the world fighting the best fighters in the world. And as a professional, I got to travel to Macau, China, and fought. And it's a great fight, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's time for me to make a statement. This is one of those fights that I'm not gonna make a statement and get this loss back. I'm ready for this mentally. I've been under the lights, the big lights, and I have the experience and I have the strength. I think my biggest enemy in the sport of boxing was my inactivity. So, last time I fought twice was in 2019. That's when I successfully defended my WBC and unified titles, knocking out Maurice Super in 2019. So the goal was always to become undisputed, which I got there. I know Arnold Barbosa saying he's been chasing that fight for 2019, but when you become a champion, you got mentors, and then you look forward to unifying titles and fighting for undisputed. That's everybody's goals. So I got busy now that he stands in the way for me to, reclaim my titles, and then it's time to get that fight on, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity, and it's going to be a great show. I think it's going to be one of the fights that will get everybody out there in Saudi Arabia excited about boxing. So thank you. Muchas gracias a todos los que me han apoyado. Muchas gracias a Diosito, a mi familia, a mi equipo por la oportunidad. Me siento emocionado, la verdad, y contento. Vamos este 16 de noviembre con todo menos miedo. Y esta no será mi primera pelea bajo las luces grandes. Es tiempo de captar esos títulos en las 140 libras y volver a ser el mejor boxeador de las 140 libras. Muchas gracias y Diosito los bendiga.
All right. I want to take this time to personally thank Your Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh. Now, I want to remind you that the reason why these fights are happening, the reason why these big fights are taking place all over the world is because Your Excellency Salas Sports is making it happen. I've always talked about working with promoters and making the best fights happen. For some certain reasons, there's times where we cannot work together. It doesn't make financial sense. And the fight fans are the ones that are missing out. So to have somebody like Turkey, Your Excellency, Salas Sports come together team up with Golden Boy and take Latino Night to Riyadh Season is literally a dream come true for us, because we're gonna give Riyadh Season a Latino taste of what it's like to be happy, to be festive, and to have great fights that the fans around the world are gonna be able to watch for free. They're not just live on the zone if you're a subscriber. No, we're gonna give out these fights for free to different network partners, to broadcasters all over the world. You will watch this fight for free. So thank you very much, Turkey. We really appreciate that. All right, before we get to the main event fighters, I would like to introduce the founder of Boxer, Ben Shalom, who represents the WBO Cruiserweight Champion, Chris Billam-Smith. Please come up and say a few words. Ben.
Wow, what a special occasion this is. Thank you to Oscar, Latino Night. Thank you to His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh. What he's done for boxing in my country and over here is incredible. But this story for me is about an underdog story. This is about hard work and dedication. Chris Billam-Smith has become a superstar in British boxing from nowhere. At one point, around European level, many people counted him out. Many people didn't think he would get to world level. We invested in him, we built one of the stars in British boxing. He sold out stadiums over there. He started off in Bournemouth. He fought Isaac Chamberlain, went on to Omer Shojai, and then beat Lawrence and Coley. At the time, a man in the cruiserweight division that no one believed they could beat. After that, Masternat. After that, Richard Briatcourt, the most feared puncher in the division. He's got the best resume now in the whole of the division. This is Latino Night. I'm very excited for it. But believe me, you've made a mistake here, Oscar. This is Chris Billam-Smith's time to pick up another belt. It's going to be a fantastic night on November 16th. This is a fantastic fight. And as Oscar said, without the help of Turkey Al-Sheikh, without the help of him getting promoters together, making the biggest fights, we wouldn't get this opportunity. And for it to be free is unprecedented. I can't wait for November 16th. Good luck, Zepeda. Good luck, Oscar. And we're coming.
Thank you very much, Ben. And now the main event. This first fighter hasn't lost in 5 years and is coming off a fight where he avenged that only loss. Taking his opponent's undefeated record in the process, Chris Billam-Smith has an enormous amount of momentum coming into this bout, and a victory will crown him unified world champion with a record of 20-1 with 13 knockouts. The WBO World Cruiserweight Champion from the UK, Chris Billam-Smith.
Hello everyone, muchas gracias. Unfortunately, that's as far as my Spanish goes. I'd like to thank Oscar, Golden Boy, Ben Shalom Boxer, my team, and Turkey Al-Sheikh for this opportunity. This, for me, is huge. It's a unification. Like Ben spoke about, I've been written off many times before. Last time out against Richard Briatcourt, I was going into his backyard, his soccer stadium, and it was all about him, and it was his night. And I went and spoiled the party, and unfortunately for the Latinos on November 16th, I'll be doing exactly the same again. All respect to Zepeda, and see you on Fight Night. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chris. You know, when we talk about Latino Night, Gilberto Ramirez is a shining example of the best Latino fighters in the world. He was the first Mexican to ever hold a super middleweight world championship bout. Now, he is the first Mexican to hold a world championship bout in the cruiserweight division. He has taken all comers, regardless of his weight class, and that continues as he tries to become a unified world champion on November 16th. with an incredible record of 46-1 with 30 knockouts from Sinaloa, Mexico, the WBA World Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez.
Hola, ¿qué tal a todos? Buenas tardes, estoy muy contento de estar aquí. Primero que nada, quiero agradecer a Dios por la gran oportunidad que me bendice, Golden Boy, Riyadh Season. Estoy muy contento de estar aquí en esta, pues va a ser una bonita noche para mí, 16 de noviembre, primer mexicano unificando los títulos y convirtiéndose en el primer mexicano unificado en las 200 libras, entonces es algo que lo he venido soñando desde hace mucho. Estoy muy contento de estar aquí, gracias a todos, gracias por la oportunidad que se me presenta y pues viva México, cabrón. Thank you everyone, thank you for being here. I'm really excited to be here. I'm really excited to be a part of the Latino Night, and I will become the first Mexican Cruiserweight Unified Champion. And it's exciting because my dream will come true this November 16, and I've been putting everything in the training, a lot of hard work, and thank you everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Gilberto. Thank you, Oscar. We're going to face these guys off in just a couple of minutes, but a few questions first for a few of the guys here on the dais. I want to start with the men in the co-main event, Arnold and Jose. I think a lot of people who heard this fight being made wondered, what took so long, right? Like, you guys were stablemates for a long time. As you mentioned, you had the same manager for a long time. Arnold, why now are you two just getting in the ring?
Man, that's a good question. That's what I want to know. You know what I mean? Like, he wants to say, you know, oh, he had mandatories and he had this and that, but at the end of his contract with Top Rank, you know, at the end of my contract, you know, he fought Comey, I fought Pedraza, like, he fought a month after, we could have got it on right there. You know, I like I said, you know, I came to Golden Boy because I wanted to start like a fresh start, you know what I mean? And then the day I fight and debut on Golden Boy, he gets announced and he's, you know, on the TV, so I'm like, nah, fuck that. It's not gonna happen, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna go through what I went through with Top Rank again. So I'm gonna take what is mine, I'm gonna take, you know, it's not just me, you know, Barbosa versus Ramirez, you know, this is me against everyone who doubted me, this is me against everyone that said that he will beat me, this is me against my team versus his team, this means a lot to me. But it's me and it's me against that fucking manager rig.
Jose, certainly suggesting that you didn't want this fight against him for years. How do you see it?
Yeah, you know, half of what it said, you know, I'm not too aware, you know, but, you know, as a fighter, I thought it was whoever's in front of me, you know, and, you know, when I kept Golden Boy, you know, that's because I wanted the bigger fights. You know, Top Rank, there was definitely slowing down, and, you know, I'm not sure why Arnold Barbosa never got those big fights in the Top Rank. But this is my second fight with Golden Boy, and I accepted the fight against Arnold Barbosa as a matter of fact that pushed Rick to get that fight done in my end. So that's how I know, man. You know, I don't get too much into the business or too much of why promoters work a certain way. You know, it's not my fault what Top Rank or Arnold Barbosa's team do with him. You know, I focus on my career, and right now my goal is to get those world titles back. And he's one step close to accomplishing that. You know, and that's where I'm at.
Arnold, you said you respected Jose, but you did say this fight was personal for you. Why?
Man, like I said, it's personal on so many levels for me. You know, like, I spent the last, you know, man, 5 years? You know, I've been with Top Rank. I was with Top Rank for 8 years. It was around the same time, but I spent the last 5, you know, just kind of getting treated like a stepchild, you know? Like, I was just, you know, watching Ramirez get, you know, the main events, watching him get, you know, the big fights, watching him get promoted, right? You know, and I'm over here scratching, clawing, you know, banging on the door, you know, fighting these ranked guys, you know, like everyone that I fought my last 5 fights, you know, there's people in the top, you know, 5, top 8, you know, and been, you know, WBO #1 for about 1.5 years. And man, it's crazy because, you know, when he had the belts and he never wanted to give me the opportunity. And maybe it's not him because I know Ramirez ain't scared of nobody, you know what I mean? But it's his manager, you know what I mean? And now, you know, that I'm not signed with them. Hey, look, the fight got made. You know, wow, magic. You know what I mean? So now that we ain't got, you know, someone pulling the strings, you know what I mean? We can get it on.
Jose, you picked up some wins over the last few years, but you said this is the fight that people are going to realize that Jose Ramirez is back. Why do you think that?
Yeah, you know, like I said, you know, I respect Arnold Barbosa's fight, and I think this is one of the fights that excites me. You know, it motivates me to push hard and, you know, and to show who Jose Ramirez is. You know, when I was a WBC World Champion, I fought Victor Postol, who was my mandatory, and then the next fight, I fought for the undisputed, you know. So that's my resume. You know, it's not like I don't remember him being the #1 spot in the WBO when I had the WBO. And since he's been ranked #1 in the WBO, I'm not sure why he hasn't fought Teofimo Lopez. You know, again, I have no control over his career, but right now, you know, me to take that #1 spot and go after and challenge Teofimo Lopez, that's what I have to do, you know. My goal is to become a world champion, and I'm gonna work hard to accomplish that.
I think no matter how it happened, I think everybody's excited you two guys are going to get in the ring on November 16th. Chris, after your last fight, you said you wanted to fight in America. Well, you're here in America, but then you got to go straight back to Saudi Arabia on November 16th. Why was this the right fight for you right now?
He's a champion ready now. We wanted unifications. I wished him good luck before the Billam-Smith fight, and I was rooting for him that night. I think stylistically it makes a fantastic fight. We might respect each other now, but on fight night, if you've seen both of us fight, it's a fight you cannot miss, and that kind of fight really excites me.
Zerto picked up a world title in just his second fight at cruiserweight. What did you think of that fight, and what do you think you can do differently than Billam-Smith?
Yeah, it was a great performance from Zerto. I'm a different fighter. I'm better than Billam-Smith in many areas, and just the speed and intensity of me at this weight causes all cruiserweights a lot of problem. I believe I'm #1 in the world, and November 16th I get to prove that again.
Well, Gilberto, you came up just short at light heavyweight for that world title. It only took you 2 fights to get gold in the cruiserweight division. How different did you feel at that new weight?
Well, I feel great right now because obviously I walk around, it's my body weight, and I mean, they've been training so hard, but I feel like this is my division.
This man messaged you before your fight against Billam-Smith. Were you surprised to hear from another title holder wishing you luck?
Yeah, I was really surprised. And thank God he sent me a message and then I was like, let's do the unification. Now we can do it. And November 16th, everyone will see a really exciting fight, Latino night. And I think that we're gonna put a great show and I will become undisputed.
This guy's been a career-long cruiserweight. What advantages do you think you have over him in this fight?
Well, I don't think he has any advantage of me because obviously I'm the best cruiserweight. He thinks he's the best cruiserweight. I think we're gonna put a great show.
Chris, you have been a cruiserweight for your entire professional career. Is that an advantage for you against a guy that's a big guy, but only fighting for the 3rd time in your weight class?
Yeah, I think so. I think I would be the same in any weight division. I think I've really filled out into weight during my career. It's the perfect weight for me. Literally 200 pounds couldn't be a pound more or a pound less. That is the perfect weight for me, and I look forward to proving it.
I think it's going to be a terrific fight between 2 great title holders in the cruiserweight division. We're going to pose these guys for photos in just a minute, but we're going to bring back Oscar for a few closing thoughts.
Thank you very much, and once again, I want to remind the whole world that it's not hate if you're only speaking the facts. We'll now pose the fighters for pictures. Thank you very much.